this morning. What brings you here? I didn't see you coming in. Well, what are we doing here today? This is week 51 of Challenge Me More in 24. And we're almost on to the end. Today is December 22nd. And so we only have another 9 days for 2024. And then we move on to 2025. So, if you like my scarf, I made it. It's a real soft, almost like a baby yarn, but in an adult kind of way. It feels like that microfiber. Anyway, it's cool, and it's nice and warm and keeps me warm. I like very casual things, and I like to keep my neck all warm. So anyway, what are we here for? What have I been doing? Well, I've been trying to save 2,000 pounds from going up to a landfill. And the way I've been doing it is I've been taking my house products, things that would go into the trash, toilet papers, paper towels, tissue paper, toilet, the toilet paper actually goes down the toilet. Tissues are Kleenex. And if you use it once, the worms don't mind. They like the snot. What can I say? It's our bodily fluids. They love it. Even if you don't have a worm bin, you've got a compost pile. Or if you're trench composting, or you're going to add it to the bottom of your pots. You can do all sorts of things. Our cereal, all of our cardboard that goes into it, even the plastic bags that go inside of it. I don't even weigh those up because I actually do end up throwing those away. But they are, that's something that I take, and if there's anything smelly that really needs to go out, meat has gone bad, something that's really, the papers that your meat comes in, that does get tossed out in the trash. I don't keep that. Up in front, you'll notice that there's fruit and vegetables that I just brought those out. I didn't actually cut them up. I didn't dry them. I just wanted to show them to you. The avocado that's in the very front is just a small avocado, but to the right of it, which would be your left, there's a container there, and it's frozen. And those are 5 or 6 avocado pits. You can call it the seed. It's also 5 or 6 of the shells. And I never saved that. 100%. I would guess there's 99% of the people who throw that away. And yet, that's a little butter dish that's, I think, an 8 ounce or 12 ounce. I put that in my NutriBullet. I added about 2 ounces of water and hit it, and that kind of reddish brown is what came out. I ended up freezing it because I just didn't have worms to give it to at the point. So you can do that. On the other side, my fruit, sometimes it just gets, we have so many, we have bananas every day, strawberry tops. If we have sweet potatoes, and we're not going to eat the skin. If we have potatoes, most of the things we do eat skins. I did the same thing. I had kind of a backup. So I put that in the NutriBullet and added just a little bit of water to it. And then I froze it. And now I will take that out, and if I let it thaw, I'll give it to the worms as kind of like a long snake looking, thing. I'll smear it on paper or something. Um, and boy, does it get eaten quickly. Bam. 2 weeks later, it's gone. So there's all sorts of things that you can do. There's all sorts of things that you can do to save. What are we saving? Are we saving the environment? Are we saving ourselves? I can't say that I'm that altruistic that I'm saving the environment. I think I'm saving myself. I think I'm doing myself the favor. And I think I'm doing myself that favor because I want to eat better. I want to live longer, but I also want to live stronger. And I don't want to just live a long time but drag myself day after day. So that's why I'm doing it. And that's why I think we should all do it, is to have a better, healthier life for ourselves. And that's just my little speech. I hope you'll try it. If you have any questions, please ask me. We've already made our goal of 2,000 pounds, and this week wasn't what I would call a great week. It was, let me say that it was 15 pounds, 9.4 ounces. So that wasn't a great week, but I've already made my goal. So I'm getting kind of cocky here, you know? And so last week, the week before, we had 2,053 pounds and 15.6 ounces. And so added, it came out to 2,069 pounds, 9.0 ounces. The other thing I've been keeping track of are my elm leaves. And if you've watched this series, you know that I have a big Drake elm tree in the front yard. And we've lived here for 17 and a half years almost. And that Drake elm was just in a little pot, and it was maybe about this high. Planted, it was probably about that high. And if you know anything about Drake elms, you know that boy, they come up and they have like a little. It looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Even worse. It's like one main leader, and then it's got maybe one or two, and they kind of hang, and the leaves are about that long on Drake elms, and they kind of come out and they look really puny. And so it's kind of like the mustard seed that creates the incredible mustard, or the acorn that produces the. From small things come great expectations and delivery. But that tree is probably, it's taller than the house. I would say it's well into 20 to 22 feet, and it's huge. Anyway, I was hoping to get about 50 pounds of leaves off of it. I used to curse at it all the time. When it started to take off, I went, oh my goodness, this thing is huge. I can't stand it. We have to get rid of it. But it keeps up the front of our house shaded during the summer because the leaves come out. But it's a deciduous tree, so in the fall when things get cooler, the sun's still coming over, it keeps that front room warm. So the gifts from nature, if you think and use them. So I was hoping to get 50. I'm now up to 95 pounds, 6.9 ounces. So once I got to 50, I thought, I wonder if I could make it to 100. I'm never satisfied when I'm sitting on, what is it? You sit on your laurels. So I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to do today. It's Christmas, coming up on Christmas week here. Christmas is Wednesday. It's the 25th, and I'll be back a few days before New Year's and kind of do a final, and then maybe New Year's Eve or something. I'll do a couple minutes on what my totals were. It's fascinating if I were an actuarial, is that the right word? You know, like insurance people, you know, how many people were in what category, to go through and realize that, you know, maybe 100 pounds of my 2,000 or 2,100, whatever I get to, uh, this was coffee grounds, this was eggshells, this was tissues, um, this was grass clippings, this was a neighbor's grass clippings, uh, cardboard, um, fruit and veg peel. Kind of, isn't it interesting, or wouldn't it be interesting to go through and take that 2,000 pounds and break it down on, you know, what actually went in what slot. Just a real quick side note. We received in our mail, it came from the county. We have a recycling system here that on Wednesdays our trash goes out, and we actually have a recycling can and a garbage can. They look the same. One is green and the recycling is blue, which I think is totally backwards because recycling's always been green, but that's fine. At least there's pictures on the top showing people what they should or shouldn't put in. Now, if I came from another country, I might have trouble actually understanding which is which. At least there's a line through it. Okay, I kind of fumble through it. And the trash can just doesn't have anything on it, so, you know, throw away. There's a company out here called O-Town Compost. O is for Orlando, but they're expanding. And they will, they come and bring you a small trash can that you throw your, you would throw your kitchen scraps in. No meat or anything, but your fruit and veg, like I do. And then once every week or every 2 weeks, it's a subscription, so it's what you pay for. Well, they're doing marvelous work, and they're expanding into municipalities. And so we received a little flyer for over Christmas, and, you know, the dates of when they would actually be picking up our trash. Thank you. And it was interesting because there was a little scan code on the back, and I hit that, and I took the survey, and they were asking things like, how often do you recycle a month? Comes out 4 times. I recycle 4 times. Do you find it, you know, a hassle or blah, 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 blah? No, it's part of my routine. Would you like to have an extended something, you know, where somebody takes more of it, and would you be willing to pay for it? Now, we already pay for our trash and all these things through our taxes. Even if you're a renter, that owner pays those taxes, comes out of that rent, and you're paying to have the trash pickup, the recycling. If you have yard pickup, they also come out and they do that the next day. Bulk pickup. Nobody does anything for free except me. But anyway, so it's, you know, it's a service. And so the survey was, would you be willing to do this, da, 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 da. Well, I already do this. I don't want to have to pay. And I think their service is not what I would consider a cheap service. It's, I think if you want it every 2 weeks, it's $18 a month. If you want it every week, it's $22 a month. So it's like $7, $5.50 for a pickup if you want it every week. And if you want it every bi-week, then it's $9 for the pickup. So So it's not a free service, and they're hoping to get enough people to say, yeah, sure, I do that. That it makes worthwhile to hire somebody, have a truck, and do it. And they take the product and then they turn it into compost, and then that's sold to the local farmers. So it's a business. I mean, everybody has to make a living, or the wheels don't roll. So anyway, that was just all I wanted to say. Was keep an eye out if you have an area that they do recycle and that you're paying for that recycling through your municipality. See if they start asking you if you would like to do this to lessen the carbon footprint, to lessen the landfill. Um, Things are changing, and it's good to see that, but let's make sure it all moves in the right direction. And again, there's so much we can do ourselves. So if you can do it yourself, it doesn't pay to pay somebody else to do it. So voice your opinion, and I'll see you guys all next week. I'll probably do a Christmas on this channel, but just not on the Challenge Me More in 24. So I hope everybody has a great Christmas Eve and a great Christmas Day, and God bless you, and I hope you will find someone that you can love for Christmas this year. Take care, everybody. Remember, garden what you've got. Whoops, almost forgot my coffee. It's my dose. Take care, you guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.